All right, welcome everybody here to Caven Point in Jersey City, New Jersey. We have live sports for you this morning, and it's the New Jersey Last Dance Baseball Tournament here at Caven Point. There's regionals all over the state, a 222-team bracket, winner-take-all, winner crowned the best high school baseball team in New Jersey. I'm Kevin Connolly. I'll be bringing you the broadcast here with the help of Mustafa from D1 Media Pro. First game today is the Jersey City Bulldogs against Union City Recreation. This is not an NJSIAA sanctioned event, so teams are not allowed to use their official school name, mascot, or logo, but in a typical high school game, this would be Ferris High School against Union City. We will have at this very field here at Caven Point, St. Peter's Prep and Dickinson at 5 o'clock, and maybe even a special Lincoln Park game at 1 o'clock between Newark and Hudson Catholic. But for this game here, it's Ferris and Union City, two very good teams here in Hudson County. Ferris and Union City both have made appearances in the Hudson County Championship in past years, so we're looking for a great game here this morning. Union City still on the field right now, taking some infield, outfield. Ferris already concluded them. We're probably going to be a little later than our anticipated 10 o'clock start, but baseball is baseball. Different rule changes in this tournament. As I mentioned, it's not an NJSIAA sanctioned event. A couple rule changes that stand out. Teams can have as many defensive substitutions as they wish. They can also bat up to 11 players in the lineup. Ferris will bat 10, Union City will bat 11. So just something else to keep an eye on today. So we'll let you take a look at Union City finishing up their infield outfield, and we'll be right back with starting lineups and first pitch right here using D1 Media Pro on YouTube.
Welcome back here to Cave Point. Once again, I'm Kevin Connolly, and you are watching the RWJ Borderless Health Last Dance High School Baseball Tournament here in the state of New Jersey. Today's game, we have the Jersey City Bulldogs, which represent Ferris High School, against Union City Recreation, that represents Union City High School. So as we wait for the game to begin, the team to take the field, we're just going to give you a little background information on this tournament. The founder is Mike Murray, who is the head baseball coach and athletic director at St. Joseph High School in Metuchen. The name, as many of you probably know, comes from the 10-part documentary that aired this spring on Michael Jordan, named The Last Dance. So that's how it's got its name, and it's a tournament for all high school baseball players in the state of New Jersey, but it's primarily geared towards the senior class to give them one last hurrah before they enter college, whether it just be as a regular student or continue their athletic career in college. As I mentioned in the open, there are 222 teams in the tournament. Some teams are strictly a school from players comprised of from one school, like Ferris and Union City,
but there are other teams in the tournament that have players from multiple schools on their team. Players that are from 250 different high schools
are taking part in this tournament. Colleges are not allowed to come to this tournament and recruit players because the NCAA has sanctioned a recruiting dead period over this coronavirus pandemic. However, professional scouts from Major League Baseball teams are allowed to attend if they wish. Now, obviously, we hope everyone at home is safe and healthy during these times, and this isn't just a regular high school baseball game like nothing is happening. There are serious health and safety measures that have been put into place to help protect fans, coaches, players, and umpires. Speaking of umpires, there will not be an umpire behind the catcher. The home plate umpire, per se, will be behind the pitcher's mound. There will be a base umpire. Both umpires are wearing face coverings. All coaches are recommended to wear face coverings, as are players who are in the dugout. Players who are on the field playing in the game do not have to wear face coverings. Players are also not allowed to share personal gear, beverages, and snacks. There is hand sanitizer in the dugout for all players, coaches, and umpires to wear. Players not even allowed to ride to the same game with their teammates. They had to get here on their own. There were no team buses. Every player, coach, and umpire had their temperature taken on the field before warming up for today's game. If anyone had a temperature over 100.4 degrees, they were sent home. So those are just some of the precautions that have been put into place. We are just about set, so let's give you the Union City starting lineup. Leading off and playing right field is Randy. Pitching today for Union City is Jaya. Matt's at shortstop and hitting third. Cleaning up at first base is Demoya. Reynoso is at second base batting fifth. Kevin is at third base batting fifth. Nin is batting sixth, and he is the DH hitting for Aaron. Devin is in left field. Carlos is the catcher, and Rodney is the extra hitter. On the mound for Ferris, it is Marcus Monroe. His first pitch is in there, and we are underway as the umpire uttered those famous words here, play ball, as everyone loves to hear here if you're a baseball fan, and especially here in the state of New Jersey. Second pitch is swung on and hit in the air, back behind the backstop. That's going to be a foul ball. So the count is now 0-2. You'll see a lot of changes of the baseball, as you might have seen in Major League Baseball, to avoid multiple players touching the same ball. Monroe stares in for the sign, gets the sign, kicks and delivers. Ball blocked, going to be low. So the count's 1-2. Ferris sporting black tops, white pants, Union City navy blue top, and gray pants. From your perspective, Ferris is on the first base side as the 1-2 pitch breaking ball outside. Count now 2-2. Ferris is in the first base dugout, while Union City is in the third base dugout. Small crowd here to start the day at Cave Point in first of 3 games. 2 here at Cave Point and 1 at Lincoln Park. 2-2 pitch is low, count now full at 3-2. There is no pitch count. Again, this is not an NJSIAA sanctioned event like there would be in a typical New Jersey high school baseball game, but coaches are recommended to monitor their pitchers and not overuse their pitchers, as the payoff pitch was low. So the first man is aboard for Union City as Randy works his way back from an 0-2 count for a walk. Jaya will now step into the batter's box for Union City. He will be on the mound today for the Soaring Eagles. Monroe goes to the stretch, stares in for the sign. Comes set. And delivers. Breaking ball, low just off the plate. You can see in the background some soccer camp, as not just baseball, but all sports here in New Jersey, thankfully, beginning to start. Runner goes from first, throw down to second is not in time. Randy comes away with a stolen base. The pitch was a ball, I believe, so the count will be 2-0 on Jaya. Union City looking to strike first here in the first inning. We play a normal 7-inning game as New Jersey high school baseball would. There is a mercy rule. If a team is up by 10 runs after 5 innings, the game is over. Swing and a miss by Jaya, count now 2-1. Ferris defense playing very straight up. We are broadcasting live here at the 50-yard line of the football field in dead center field. The 2-1 pitch low, gets to the backstop. Randy takes off for third. He's going to have a big turn, and he's going to put on the brakes about halfway up the line and head back to third. So runner at third for Union City, nobody out. Looks like they might strike first here in the first. That'll go down as a wild pitch from Marcus Monroe. Still nobody out here in the top of the first. We are just underway here in the Haven Point Regional of the RWJ Barnabas Health New Jersey High School Baseball Last Dance Tournament. Monroe comes set. The 3-1 inside ball 4. Oh, excuse me, it's a strike. Looked like it was a little inside from our perspective out here. So now the count is full at 3-2. Payoff pitch once again from Monroe. Comes set, and the delivery swung on, grounded foul just outside third base, so we'll do it again. Little wind here at Haven Point on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Wind blowing left to right. A picture-perfect day for a return of baseball here in the Garden State. Payoff pitch is swung, hit back up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Jaya gets Union City on the board with an RBI single. Soaring Eagles lead 1-0. So Union City strikes first here, a walk, a stolen base, and a wild pitch. Got the leadoff hitter ran to the third base, and on a payoff pitch, Jaya hits a rocket right back up the middle over second base to knock in Union City's first run. Matt now steps into the box for Union City. He will be playing shortstop for the Soaring Eagles today. Runner on first, still nobody out. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Already cut there by Union City shortstop. Monroe stares in for the sign, comes set. And steps off. Jaya not at third, Cezanne, a special pinch runner. That's a rule here. You can run for the pitcher and the catcher. So Jaya heads to the bench as a pickoff back, Cezanne back in time. One in, one on, nobody out for Union City. Monroe comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside, count evens at 1-1. Once again, you see the home plate umpire, in air quotes, standing behind the pitcher's mound. That's to enforce social distancing and that an umpire is not breathing down the neck of a catcher. The 1-1 pitch is grounded to shortstop. Diving play can't be made there by Hernandez. It trickles into right field. They might have him picked off second, and they don't as Cesar gets back, head first back into second base. It'll go as a signal, so Union City continuing their hot hitting to start this last dance tournament. So it'll be first and second, still nobody out, and we'll have a meeting on the mound for the Jersey City Bulldogs, which is represented by Ferris High School. Once again, I'm Kevin Connolly. You're watching this live broadcast on YouTube here with the exquisite help of D1 Media Pro. We are so happy to bring you a handful of these Last Dance tournament games. This is the first game in the Caven Point Regional. We also have a regional going on at Lincoln Park, just a few minutes away here from Caven Point. We will be bringing you the 1 o'clock game at Lincoln Park between Hudson Catholic and Newark, and back here at Caven Point at 5 o'clock as St. Peter's Prep takes on Dickinson. The big swinging first baseman DeMoya now steps into the left-handed batter's box for Union City. 1 in, runners on first and second, still nobody out here for the Soaring Eagles in the first. Marcus Monroe trying to work out of trouble. The first pitch to the cleanup hitter. He's going to throw behind the runner. Oh, looked like he had him picked off, but the second baseman, Matt, was not there in time. First pitch to DeMoya is a hardy cut foul back behind the backstop for strike 1. Monroe working quickly, stares in for the sign. Cesar with a big lead off second. Monroe stares back at him and comes home. Breaking ball upstairs, count evens at 1-1. Count even at 1-1. Monroe stares in for the sign. Another big lead off second for Cesar. The 1-1 pitch outside, count now 2-1. Monroe having a hard time finding the strike zone this morning. For the game, both teams very excited to be back playing baseball, taking part in warm-ups. The winner advances to tomorrow. The loser also advances. Both teams guaranteed 3 games, but if you lose, you have no chance of advancing to the knockout round. 2-1 pitch is low, so now Monroe in danger of loading the bases on a walk. Runners on first and second. Union City already with a 1-0 lead. Still nobody out here in the first. Marcus Monroe comes set. He's going to throw behind the runner at second. Cezanne slides back in time. So we'll do it again with a 3-1 pitch. Monroe set. The 3-1 home. Half swing, it's a check swing. Home plate umpire says he went, so now once again we have a full count at 3-2. Cezanne with a very big lead off second. The payoff pitch home. In there, called strike 3. Marcus Monroe records the first out of the inning, and now with a double play ball has a chance to get out of this inning, only giving up 1 run. Now here comes the right-handed second baseman for Union City, Reynoso. Monroe working again very quickly. Stares back at second. We're going to have a pickoff play on. Throw in there, not in time. Cezanne slides back in safely once again. For a call, not holding the runner off first, Cezanne with a big lead off second. The first pitch to Reynoso is swung on, fouled back to the backstop. Count 0-1. Monroe set once again for the 0-1 pitch. Stares back at second, kicks his leg, fires, breaking ball outside, count even at 1-1. The 1-1 home from Marcus Monroe. He kicks and fires, ball swung on, fouled right back to the backstop. Count now 1-2. Union City already with 1 run home, have runners on first and second, 1 out here in the top of the first of the RWJ Barnabas Health New Jersey Last Dance High School Baseball Tournament. Can Monroe work further out of this jam? He's going to step off, as there was some confusion with the second baseman Ruiz as Cezanne started heading back to second base. Still 1-1 count on Reynoso. Monroe set. The 1-2 home. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball outside, got Reynoso to chase. Back-to-back strikeouts for Marcus Monroe, and Ferris is 1 out away from getting out of this, only allowing 1 run. Third baseman now from Union City will step into the right-handed batter's box. Kevin. Monroe set. The first pitch home, low for ball 1. Oh and 1 to Kevin. Monroe set. Cezanne, very big lead off second. The 1-0 home, swung on and missed. Count evens at 1-1. Center field playing very shallow, as Monroe's 1-1 home is fouled back to the backstop. Count now 1-2. Monroe just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with only allowing 1 run. First batter was a walk, then back-to-back singles gave Union City a 1-0 lead, but Monroe has settled down with back-to-back strikeouts. He's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. So 1-2 home. High, count even back at 2-2. Monroe set. The 2-2 home. Swung on and missed. 3 straight strikeouts from Marcus Monroe sets Union City down after only scoring 1 run. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for Union City. Ferris coming to bat in the home half of the first inning. We'll be right back, right here on D1 Media Pro, right after this. Welcome back here to Cave-In Point. Union City leads 1-0 after the top half of the first inning. Ferris now coming to bat in the bottom of the first. We'll give you the Ferris lineup. Leading off for the Bulldogs, Jafari Williams, the center fielder. Denny Furcal, the first baseman, batting second. Batting third, Robert Estrada. The pitcher, Marcus Monroe, will clean things up. Chris Villavaseno is the extra hitter for the Bulldogs, as D'Angelo Ponce, the left fielder, will bat sixth. Jaden Garcia, the third baseman, will bat seventh. Jacob Ruiz will bat eighth, the second baseman. Chris Gonzalez will bat ninth, and he is doing the catching. And Justin Hernandez will bat 10th. He is the shortstop. On the mound for Union City is Jaya. He was able to drive in Union City's first run, so helping his own cause. As looks like we are just about set to resume things here at Cave-In Point. Defense playing fairly straight up for Union City. The center fielder, Aaron, is shaded just towards left field. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Hardy cut there by Williams, but to no avail. Count 0-1. Jaya ready to go. The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Count 1-1. The 1-1 home. In there for a called strike. Count 1-2. Union City coaches directing the left fielder, Devin, to back up a little bit. As the 1-2 home. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Perfect start for Jaya. There's one out. Now stepping into the batter's box for Ferris is the left-handed swinging Denny Furcal. The first pitch to Furcal is upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Count even at 1-1. Furcal didn't like that call. Count even at 1-1. Jaya working very quickly. Breaking ball low. Count now 2-1. Two-1 home, 2 for call. Inside for a ball. Count now 3-1. Ferris looking for their first base runner of the morning. The 3-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball, so a walk gets Ferris started here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up the right fielder, Robert Estrada. As Furcal takes his lead off first. Jaya steps off, and he's going to fix his landing spot in front of the mound. Furcal leads off first. Jaya stares in, comes set, and the pitch in there for a called strike to Robert Estrada. Oh, 0-1 on Estrada. Pick off the first. Furcal back in time. Standing up. Estrada looks down towards third base for the sign. Jaya steps off the mound. Now comes set. Working out of the stretch. Estrada set. And the pitch home. Furcal takes off for second. Throw down is in time. But the shortstop, Reynoso, was not able to handle the throw down to second base, so it'll be a stolen base for Denny Furcal. Runner in scoring position, 1 down for Ferris. Count is 2-1 on Estrada. Middle infielders playing at double play depth. As time is called. Ready to resume play once again. Fercall steps off, trying to hold him back. Pop fly toward the dugout. Coming in is the first baseman, and he's able to make the play, DeMoya, as he then fires at third base to keep Fercall at second base. And now 2 outs for Ferris, and in will step the pitcher, Marcus Monroe. Nice play there by the first baseman, DeMoya, working into foul territory right in front of the Ferris dugout to put that one away. 2 out, 1 on for Monroe. Trying to help his own cause. Jaya knocked in Union City's first run of the morning. Can the opposing pitcher do the same? First pitch, outside for a ball. Count 1-0 to Marcus Monroe, trying to knock in a run and even things up at 1 here in the first inning. There goes Fercall for third. It was a hit and run, but Monroe fouled it back out of play. So Fercall will head back to second. Fercall, a speedster on second. Count even at 1-1 to Marcus Monroe. Can Monroe help his own cause here? Jaya comes set. He's going to fire it back behind second, and they picked him off. Picked off Fercall. What a perfect throw by Jaya to the shortstop, Matt. And that'll do it here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and because of the pickoff, nobody left on base. We'll be right back for the second inning of play here from the Cave and Point Regional in the RWJ Barnabas Health Last Dance Tournament. You're watching on YouTube here with D1 Media Pro. What's up, Coach? Yeah, they're not bad. Not bad. Pitcher from Ferris couldn't throw a strike in the first inning. Yeah. Yeah, he walked the first and then back-to-back singles, but then he struck out the next 3 guys. What's up? What's up? You guys going to be good later?
Yeah, I'll be here coaching now.
Yeah, Nick and TJ, all right? Oh, okay.
And Joe Durant.
Yeah. Nick's dads, yeah.
You know, Joe does majority of our call stuff.
Yeah. Tom's brother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Baseball is like very underestimated. People think baseball. I love it. Baseball is probably my best sport. Except the guy I had to do scoreboard over this. This is crazy. Still learning, man. Everything's work in process.
Yeah. Welcome back here to Cave and Point. An exciting first inning has Union City up 1-0. A wonderful pickoff to end that bottom of the first. So Union City looking to add to their lead as the designated hitter Nin will come up to bat. He is hitting for the center fielder Aaron. Marcus Monroe still on the mound for Ferris. He'll lead off the bottom of the second for the Bulldogs as well. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Count 0-1. Monroe looking for a quick inning here as the 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Count quickly 0-2 on Nin. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. 1-2-3 goes down Nin. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Marcus Monroe after the first 3 hitters reached in the top of the first. Left fielder Devin will now step into the box for Union City. Monroe has really settled in after those first 3 batters. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike. There's 4 straight strikes to start the second inning for Marcus Monroe. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Monroe's really found a groove as now the count's 0-2 on Devin. The 0-2 pitch, low, count now 1-2. A 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, making it 5 straight strikeouts for Marcus Monroe, and there are quickly 2 outs here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the catcher, Carlos. Monroe really in a rhythm now. He'll lead off in the top of the second for the Bulldogs as well. Monroe breaking ball in there for a strike. Working quickly and efficiently is Marcus Monroe here in the second inning. The 0-1 home. Breaking ball not handled by the catcher outside, so the count will be even at 1-1. One home. Outside for a ball, count now 2-1. First time Monroe is behind a hitter in this inning. Working quickly, the 2-1 downstairs for a ball, count now 3-1. The 3-1 home. Swung on, back behind home plate. It'll be a foul ball, so count now full at 3-2. Monroe looking to strike out the side. He's 1 strike away. The payoff pitch, outside for a ball, so 1 will reach here in the second for Union City. We'll have another courtesy pinch runner here for Union City as the catcher, Carlos, heads back to the dugout. It'll be the center fielder, Aaron, that'll run for Carlos as the extra hitter steps now into the box for Union City and Rodney. First pitch to the extra hitter is upstairs for a ball, count 1-0. As now we're going to have our first defensive substitution of the game. The second baseman will head off for Union City. And coming into the game is number 0, Jacob Ruiz. The 1-0 pitch is lined into right field for a base hit. They're going to try to get him at first, and they do. What a great play. Estrada to Furcal to end the inning. That's your typical 9-3 putout here in high school baseball. That'll do it for the top half of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. Can Ferris tie things up? They have the heart of the order coming up.
You don't see that a lot.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think like, yeah. 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 Welcome back here to Cave Point. We are set for the bottom of the second inning. After Furcal was picked off second to end the bottom of the first, Marcus Monroe will step right back in for Ferris, trying to help his own cause. First pitch to him is upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Just an update on the Lincoln Park Regional. The Bayonne game against Memorial is knotted at 0 after 2 innings of play. We will try to bring you the 1 o'clock game at Lincoln Park between Hudson Catholic and Newark, as that pitch is hit in the air, pop fly to shortstop. Under it is Matt. He puts it away for the first out of this bottom of the second. We will also have the 5 p.m. game here at the Cave Point Regional against the St. Peter's Prep Marauders against the Dickinson Rams. So a full day of baseball here on YouTube as you're watching D1 Media Pro. Jaya working quickly, already one out here. First pitch to Chris Villaviceno, the extra hitter for the Bulldogs, is upstairs for a ball. A 1-0 pitch home. Hardy cut there by Villaviceno, but to no avail. Count evens at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch home is swung on over the head of the third baseman and into left field. Devin is going to go cut it off. He will hold Villaviceno to a single, but that's the first hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs. They will have 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second as the left fielder D'Angelo Ponce comes to bat. Fans are encouraged to come and support their friends, family, local teams, but social distancing is being enforced as many fans here wearing face coverings as required by Governor Murphy's latest mandate. First pitch to Ponce is low for a ball. There are many rules and regulations that have been put into place for the safety of others. One of them being no home plate umpire. The home plate umpire standing behind the mound. Pitch hit in the air to center field. Coming over is Aaron. He will call off Devin and put it away for the second out. So Ferris making more contact here in this second inning, but to no avail. They'll have a runner on first and 2 outs here in this bottom of the second. Jaden Garcia will now step into the box, the third baseman, as Jaya steps off the mound to collect himself. Villaviceno leads off first. Throw back to first. Villaviceno back in plenty of time. Telling Jaya to step off as Union City adjusts their defense. Jaya now set. First pitch to Garcia is fouled out of play behind the first base dugout. Picture perfect day here at Cave Point. The first day of regional play here in the Last Dance tournament as lookout inside. Count now even at 1-1 as that pitch got away from Jaya, but Garcia was able to avoid it. Count 1-1 to Garcia. Jaya set. Pitch fouled off behind the stands on the right field side. Count now 1-2. Garcia set. The 1-2 home. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that'll do it for the second inning. After 2 innings of play, Union City leads 1-0. They'll have the top of the order coming up in the third. We'll be right back right here on D1 Media Pro. Okay. Same one. Center. Oh, then he's not playing. No. Back here at Caven Point, top of the lineup, Union City leading 1-0 here. Marcus Monroe still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Leadoff hitter Randy steps in. He walked, stole second, advanced to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on a Jaya single back in the first. First pitch of him is a breaking ball outside, count 1-0. 1-0 pitch, swung on, grounded foul, outside of third base. Count even at 1-1. Monroe from the windup. Gets the sign, the 1-1 pitch home, breaking ball outside, count 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Outside. Ball trickles right past the catcher, so the count 3-1. Three-one pitch. Swung on. Fouled back out of play behind the backstop. The payoff pitch to the leadoff hitter, Randy. Monroe set, delivers, grounded to shortstop. Ruiz there, backhands, fires across the diamond to first. In time, one away here in the third. That'll bring up the pitcher, Jaya. Jaya singled back in the first inning. That drove in Randy for the game's only run. The first pitch, cut on, fouled back, out of play. So the count will be 0-1. Monroe set, breaking ball. Upstairs, count evens at 1-1. Monroe's 1-1 home to Jaya, breaking ball once again, and it's still upstairs. Count now 2-1. One out here in the top of the third. You're watching the RWJ Barnabas New Jersey High School Last Dance Baseball Tournament as the 2-1 is grounded foul outside of first base. So the count evens at 2-2. Our first game here of the Jersey City Cave and Point Regional is the Jersey City Bulldogs, which is Ferris High School, against Union City Recreation, which is Union City High School. The 2-2 home. Cut on, grounded to shortstop once again. Ruiz there, Fields fires across the diamond. 2 ground balls to shortstop and 2 outs here for for Ferris in this third inning. The second game of the Cave and Point Regional is Maroon and Silver of St. Peter's Prep against the Jersey City Rams, which is Dickinson High School. The winners and losers will play tomorrow morning and afternoon, and then the winner of the game tomorrow will play the winner of the Lincoln Park Regional for the chance to advance to the knockout round. The first pitch to Matt is a breaking ball outside for a ball. Matt singled back in the first inning. A 222-team tournament here in the last dance. The 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. Count even at 1-1. This tournament was founded by Mike Murray, the head baseball coach and athletic director at St. Joseph's High School in Metuchen. Name was founded by the ESPN 10-part documentary series on Michael Jordan named The Last Dance. That 1-1 pitch was a breaking ball outside, so the count's now 2-1 on Matt. The 2-1 pitch low, count now 3-1 on the Union City shortstop. Monroe has really settled in after a rough start here in the first inning. He struck out 5 in a row, allowed a walk, and has retired the last 3, as now that pitch gets away for a ball. Matt's going to try and go to second. A big turn around first, but he'll stay right there. So he'll have a runner on first and 2 out for the cleanup hitter, DeMoya. DeMoya struck out looking back in the first. It was the first out of the game. Matt takes his lead off first. He's being held on there by Furcal. Time's called by Des Moines. Typically, batters just hold up their hand to the home plate umpire that's standing right there, but because of the virus, home plate umpire is standing behind the pitcher's mound. That will be the case for all pool play tournament, at least might go into the knockout round 2, as first pitch to DeMoya is fouled back behind home plate. Counts 0-1 on DeMoya. Matt leads off first, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Monroe set. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball outside. Count goes to 2-0. Reynoso, the on-deck hitter, looking for a chance here in the third for Union City. Counts 2-0 on DeMoya. Monroe set. Outside, count now 3-0. Monroe losing the strike zone here just a bit. After 2 quick outs to start this inning, he walked Matt, and now the count is 3-0 on DeMoya. Excuse me, I guess I had my counts wrong. Count now 3-1. So now 3-1 on DeMoya, as that last pitch was a ball as well. So count 3-1 on DeMoya now. Matt leads off first. Monroe set, kicks and fires in there for a called strike. Count now full. expect Matt to take off first, as first baseman for Carl will play now behind him. Matt with a big lead off first. There he goes. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. DeMoya didn't think so. He was already headed down to first base. But that'll do it for the top half of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Union City still leads 1-0. No. Welcome back here to Caven Point. It'll be the bottom third of the order for the Bulldogs. Jacob Ruiz, the second baseman, will get us started here in the bottom of the third. Union City with a 1-0 lead on the Jersey City Bulldogs, which is comprised of students from Ferris High School. Jaya still on the mound for the Soaring Eagles. He's allowed just 1 hit, 2 base runners, walked the batter in the first, and allowed a single in the second. First pitch swung on and missed from Ruiz, count 0-1. That ball is laced down to left field. It's a fair ball. Ruiz going to second. He might have a shot at 3. Ball rolls all the way to the fence. He's going to stop right there at second. That's a leadoff double for the Bulldogs. And Ferris is in business here in the third inning. We'll have a special pinch runner. Coming to run in at second base is Banks, as Chris Gonzalez, the catcher, will step into the box for the Bulldogs. First real scoring threat of the day for Ferris. He squares and fouls it back behind home plate. Runner on second, nobody out. Union City with a 1-0 lead here in the third. First baseman DeMoya playing way in on the grass. Third baseman Kevin even with the bag. And the pitch swung on, fouled back to the screen. So the count now runs to 0-2 on Gonzalez. Jaya set, trying to work out of this jam. The 0-2 pitch low. Good block there by the catcher, Carlos. He throws down to second. Banks is back in time as the throw was just off the bag. Count 1-2, Banks leads off second. The pitch home, hit on the ground to shortstop. Matt fields, he'll go to first. He gets the out in time, but moving to third is Banks, as Ferris now has a runner on third and 1 out here in the third. That'll bring up the shortstop, Justin Hernandez, the last hitter in the Bulldogs lineup. Union City going to play their infield in. They hold a 1-0 lead. Jaya set, first pitch upstairs for a ball, count 1-0. Jaya set, next pitch also upstairs, count now runs to 2-0. Infield in for Union City. Count 2-0. Count now runs to 3-0. Jaya in danger of losing Hernandez as Jafari Williams waits on deck. The 3-0. Hernandez taking all the way, and it doesn't matter. It's a ball. So now runners on first and third, 1 out here for the Bulldogs. As we will have a meeting on the mound as Ferris is threatening here in the third. Jafari Williams struck out looking to start the bottom of the first inning. Now has a chance to tie the game or potentially give his team the lead with a ball hit well in the gap. Meeting on the mound is adjourned, and we are set to resume play here. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Union City leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Jaya set. Pitch low, count 1-0. Union City playing double play depth up the middle. First baseman DeMoya holding on Hernandez at first. Third baseman Kevin playing even with the bag. And the pitch swung on. And we'll call it a foul ball. Count evens at 1-1. Jaya set. The 1-1 home. Inside, just narrowly missed Williams. Count now 2-1. As some stirring in the Union City dugout, as looks like they're going to try to get somebody up and loose in the bullpen. 2-1 pitch upstairs. Count now 3-1. Home. In there for a called strike. Williams thought it was ball 4. As they had the runner almost picked off first, as Hernandez also thought it was ball 4. He headed down towards second base, and Union City fell asleep. So that'll go down as a stolen base for Justin Hernandez. So now the double play is out of order. It's a 3-2 count. Union City going to play about midway around the diamond. 3-2 count. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Williams goes down on strikes, and they'll leave it into the hands of Denny Furcal, who walked back in the first inning. The Bulldogs with a golden opportunity to tie or take the lead. First pitch to Furcal is headed to the backstop. Ruiz coming home, Hernandez going to third, and we have a tie game here at Caven Point. The wild pitch scores 1, ties things up, and it allows Ferris now to take the lead with a single or another wild pitch.
Nothing.
So the 1-0 home. Swung on and missed. Healthy cut there from Ferkal. Count even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Count now 2-1. Hernandez leads off third. Pitch grounded foul. Outside of first base, count even at 2-2. Jaya looking to get out of this one, as Gabe warms in the bullpen for Union City. Jaya stares in for the sign. The 2-2 pitch. Flared into center field. Can Aaron make the play? He makes a diving play, but he drops the ball. Umpire says safe. Umpire is saying safe. Aaron's trying to say it was on the transfer. That's going to be a single, and the run scores, and Ferris takes a 2-1 lead. Union City's coach is going to come out and try to argue this one. Looked like Aaron made a fantastic diving play, but the ball did pop out of his glove. We wait to see what the ruling is. I think we're going to stick with the ruling, so that's going to be, I guess you would call it an E8, but it still gets the job done, as now Ferris leads 2-1. So Ferkal stays at first, and that'll bring up Robert Estrada, the right fielder for the Bulldogs. First pitch is flared over the second baseman's head. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Ferkal on his way to third. Throw gets cut off, and now we're going to have runners at the corners with still 2 outs here for Ferris. Ferris taking advantage of the missed opportunities by Union City in the field. Looked like they were added for Estrada, so now we have runners on second and third. 2 outs here in the third. Ferris now leads 2-1 after 2 runs here in this inning. They're looking for more. Jaya set. The pitch swung on, ground to the third, fared ball down the line. That'll score 1. Will Estrada score, throw home, way upstairs, cut off, and it'll send Monroe down to second base. So after what looked like it was going to be a 1-1 game after 3, it's now turned into a 4-1 Ferris lead with still a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. How quickly this game has turned here at Caven Point. It'll bring up Chris Villaviceno. He singled back in the second inning. Hernandez pinch runs for Monroe after his single and advanced to second on the throw. Jaya's first pitch to Villaviceno is the ball. Villaviceno is the extra hitter in the Bulldogs lineup this morning. 1-0 pitch upstairs again for a ball. Count now 2-0. A 4-1 Ferris lead. The Bulldogs have scored 4 in this third inning. Hernandez leads off second. The pitch swung on and missed by Villaviceno. Count now 2-1. Villaviceno takes one for a strike. Jaya thought that was strike 3, but now the count is 2-2. Count 2-2 to Villa Visayeno. Jaya's pitch ducks out of the way. Look out of that one. Count now runs full to 3-2. The payoff pitch home by Jaya. Popped up in the air. Will it stay in play? Yes, it will. But nobody could make the play. It was a combination of Carlos, Demoya, and Jaya going all over towards the Ferris dugout on the first base side, but no one was able to make the play, so we'll do it again at 3-2. Three and two is the count to Villa Visayeno. Jaya kicks and delivers. Popped up in the air. Right behind the mound. Matt trying to make the play, and he does. So that'll do it, but not before Ferris scores 4 runs in this third inning to take a 4-1 lead on Union City. We head to the top of the fourth. 4-1 Ferris. We'll be right back right after this. Thanks. Yeah. Yep. That was the first error of the game. Yep. So how can the Bulldogs play with the lead? They score 4 in the bottom of the third. Marcus Monroe back on the mound with a 4-1 lead here in the top of the fourth, middle of the lineup coming up for Union City. The first of potentially 3 games you will see here on the D1 Media Pro YouTube page. We have the Jersey City Bulldogs, which is represented by student athletes from Ferris High School, against Union City Recreation, represented by Union City High School, potentially at 1 o'clock. We will head over to Lincoln Park, just a few minutes away here from Caven Point, for Hudson Catholic and Newark. And then back here at Caven Point at 5 o'clock for St. Peter's Prep against Dickinson. But first things first, we still have 4 more innings to play here in the first game of the Caven Point Regional. Ferris with a 4-1 lead against Union City. Marcus Monroe's first pitch is in there for a called strike on Reynoso. Monroe really has settled in after those first 3 batters in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch lined foul into the right field bleachers. So the count's 0-2. Monroe steps off. Just an update on the Lincoln Park Regional. The Bayonne Bees leading 1-0 over Memorial as they also head to the top of the 4th inning. Monroe's 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. That's the 2nd strikeout of the day for Reynoso, and it is the 6th strikeout in 3 1/3 innings pitched for Marcus Monroe. So he's really settled into a groove here in the regional pool play of the RWJ Barnabas Huff Last Dance High School Baseball Tournament here in New Jersey. Monroe dealing. His first pitch is low to Kevin. The third baseman also struck out back in that first inning. 0-1 pitch for a ball. Count 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Looked like it was a slider, but it was outside. Count now 3-0. Monroe losing the strike zone here to a bit to the Union City third baseman. The 3-0 home. Still can't find the strike zone, and Union City now has a man on with one out here in the fourth. After a 4-pitch walk, the designated hitter Nin will step up to the box for the Soaring Eagles. As we'll have a meeting on the mound once again for the Bulldogs. You need to plug it in? Meeting at the mound is over, and we are ready for play here. Runner on first, one out here in the top of the fourth. Ferris leads Union City 4-1 after a 4-run third for the Bulldogs. Marcus Monroe's first pitch is popped up out of play. We thank everyone for watching on this beautiful Tuesday morning here on YouTube, courtesy of the wonderful production of D1 Media Pro. Marcus Monroe set the 1-0 home as time was called. Time was called before the pitch. So we'll do it again at 0-1. One-0 pitch grounded to second, base and through for a base hit. Kevin was thinking about going to third. He throws back behind the runner at second, but he dives back in there and avoids the tag. So after a single by Nin, it's first and second for Union City, one out here in the fourth. Players just need to get their legs underneath them a little bit. Haven't played since last spring. As we'll have another meeting on the mound, and I think this will be a pitching change. Marcus Monroe's day is over. As looks like Jacob Ruiz is going to take the ball for the Bulldogs. So it's 3 1/3 innings pitched for Marcus Monroe. He allowed 3 hits, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, but the runners on first and second are his responsibility. As we bring you defensive changes for the Bulldogs. Looks like Monroe moved from the mound to third. At second base, we have the former third baseman, Jaden Garcia. And at shortstop, we still have Justin Hernandez. So Ruiz on the mound, Monroe at third, and Garcia at second for the Bulldogs. Devin now up to bat for Union City. He struck out against Monroe back in the second. Ruiz set, first pitch in there for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch also in there for a strike. Count now 0-2. So Ruiz coming out throwing strikes. One out here, top of the fourth. Ferris leads 4-0. Runners on first and second. There goes the runner to third. Pitch is low, and that's a double steal for the Soaring Eagles. Heads up base running by Nin at first to follow in the footsteps of Kevin, stealing from second to third. Runners now at second and third, one out. Count is 1-2 on Devin. Ruiz stares in for the sign, kicks his leg, fires inside. Count even at 2-2. Ruiz, who was working quickly there, has now fallen to even at 2-2. The pitch, inside. Count runs full at 3-2. The Bulldog bench really wanted that punch out from our home plate umpire. The 3-2 home, swung on, through to the right side. It'll score one for Union City. They still have runners on the corners, one out here in the fourth. An RBI single from Devin draws the Soaring Eagles to within 2 of Ferris. That'll bring up the catcher, Carlos. He walked in the second inning against Monroe. Runners on the corners. Ruiz set, first pitch inside. Excuse me, we have a pinch hitter. Joel now hitting for the Soaring Eagles. So this is Joel's first time up. 1-0 pitch, low, count 2-0. So after 2 quick strikes after coming in, Ruiz losing the strike zone just a bit here. Union City bench really getting into it, smelling more runs out there. The 0-1 pitch, runner takes off, ball fouled back out of play. Devin was off from first, but he'll have to head back. Count now 2-1 on Joel. The 2-1 pitch, swung on and belted deep down to right field, and it's just foul. That would have scored 2, maybe 3, depending on the speed of Joel, but It's a long strike nonetheless. Count evens up at 2-2. Count at 2-2. Ruiz gives a look. Devin at first. Comes set. Kicks and fires. There goes Devin off first. No throw down to second base as the count runs full at 3-2. So it's a full count, runners at second and third. Ferris leads 4-2 here in the top of the fourth. 1 out. Ruiz steps off. And the payoff pitch, and it hits Joel. So he'll head down to first base. You think if he got out of the way of that one might have went to the backstop and scored a run for the Bulldogs. But nonetheless, they'll have the bases loaded with 1 out, with the extra hitter Rodney coming to the bat. I have another brief meeting on the mound by the infielders here, trying to give some encouragement to Ruiz. Ferris just scored 4 in the bottom half of the third, but now potentially squandering that away here in the top of the fourth. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Ferris leading Union City 4-2. Union City already has 1 in. The extra hitter Rodney at the plate. First pitch in there for a called strike. I think that would have been a called strike regardless, as Rodney gave a little bit of a check swing. Ferris defense playing very straight up, both on the infield and the outfield. The 0-1 home. Swung on, fouled right behind home plate, count 0-2. In on third, Devin on second, Joel on first. Oh, 2 count on Rodney. And the pitch. Foul ball. Home plate umpire said foul ball. I think Rodney was saying it might have hit him, but they're saying it hit the bat as he brought his hands close to his body. So count will stay at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch in there, called strike 3. Ball just got away from the catcher Gonzalez, but he's able to track it down and no one advances. But that's a big second out for Ferris, as now Union City turns over their lineup with their leadoff hitter Randy. Randy walked back in the first and came around to score and grounded out to shortstop in the third. Ferris leads 4-2, bases loaded, 2 outs. Ruiz stares in for the sign. Comes set. The delivery. Outside for a ball. Count 1-0. Count 1-0. Pitch low. Great block there by Gonzalez for preventing any runners to advance. Two and 0 the count to Randy. Ruiz fakes a throw back to second. Devin with a big lead off second, not really being held on by either the second baseman or the shortstop. Still 2-0 count on the batter. Ruiz fires inside and it gets to the backstop. That's going to score at least one for Union City. One scores, the other two runners advance, and we have a 4-3 ball game here in the fourth. Runners advance on a wild pitch. Count now 3-0 on Randy. Have another team meeting at the mound. Count. Ball ripped down the left field line. It's a foul ball. Randy swinging on a 3-0 count.
He got all that too.
Count 3-1. Runners at second and third. 2 outs here in the fourth. Ferris leads 4-3. Ruiz set. The pitch swung on and missed. Count goes full to 3-2. 3-2's the count. Runners at second and third. Ferris leads 4-3. Ruiz stares in for the sign. Now comes set. Kicks and fires. Did he go? Did he go? No, he didn't go. Oh, yes, he did go. Excuse me. They said Randy went, and that will retire the side, but not before Union City draws close. They score 2 runs here in the top of the fourth. We head to the home half. Ferris leads 4-3. You're watching the NJ Last Dance High School Baseball Tournament right here on YouTube, courtesy of D1 Media Pro. Welcome back here to Caven Point. What an exciting first game of the Caven Point Regional we have this morning. Yep, it's still morning. Bottom of the fourth, the Jersey City Bulldogs, which is Ferris High School, leads 4-3 over Union City Recreation. A lot of scoring in these last two half innings. Jaya still on the mound for Union City. His first pitch as Ponce looks to square. Ponce flew out to center field, back in the second, as he takes a pitch high for a ball. Pitch low. So Ponce working in the count here in this bottom of the fourth. Keeping you up to date on the Lincoln Park Regional, Memorial has taken a 3-1 lead over Bayonne as Ponce hits one on the ground to short. Fielded there by Matt, he throws on to first for the first out of this bottom of the fourth. Once again, the winners will play here tomorrow. The winner of this game and the winner of the St. Peter's versus Dickinson game will play, and then the winner of that game will play the winner of the Lincoln Park Regional, which is comprised of Bayonne, Memorial, Hudson Catholic, and Newark. First pitch to Garcia is upstairs for a ball. And then the winner of the Caven Point Regional and the Lincoln Park Regional will advance to the knockout stage. Each team is guaranteed 3 games as that ball is hit in the air behind second base. Reynoso is there to make the play for the second out of this fourth inning. Two away here in the home half of the fourth. That will bring up the now pitcher in Jacob Ruiz. Started this game at second base. First pitch to him is skied in the air. Out of play, foul behind the first base dugout. Oh, and 1. Pitch is lined over the first baseman's head, and that's a fair ball. Ruiz makes a big turnaround first. Thought about second. Will head back to try to throw behind him. He slides back in there safely, so that'll be a 2-out single for Jacob Ruiz. His second hit of the morning here. One on, 2 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Gonzalez is in there for a called strike. A 1 count. There goes Ruiz from second. Throw down, not in time. Scoots into center field. And he's going to go. And the throw down to third. Ball gets away from the third baseman. A risky play there by the Bulldogs, but it works into their advantage as now they have a runner at third and nobody out. And excuse me, there was a special pinch runner for Ruiz, who is now the pitcher. That was Banks, who stole second and advanced on the wild throw into center field to third. So Banks on third now, Gonzalez at the plate. He's got a chance to extend the Bulldog lead. The pitch home from Jaya is upstairs for a ball. The pitch home is outside for a ball. Good block there by the catcher, preventing that ball from going to the backstop. Jai is set. The throw home in there for a. As that'll be it for Jaya, as we have a pitching change here in the bottom of the fourth. As on the mound for Union City, it'll be Gabe.
What time
10:30 and 12.
they did Tuesday or Wednesday.
Back here at Caven Point, a 4-3 game as the Jersey City Bulldogs, which is Ferris High School, leads Union City. Pitching change for Union City as Gabe replaces Jaya. Last hitter in the Bulldogs lineup, Justin Hernandez, now stepping into the box. First pitch, hit on the ground to third. Fielded there, throws on to first, and it gets away from the first base, and that's going to score one. Can it score two? They're going to hold them at third, but it's a 5-3 Bulldogs lead, thanks to the error by Rodney. So it's an E5, as now Rodney will head to the dugout from third base, and it will be, I believe that's Reynoso that'll replace him. So it turns over the Ferris lineup to the top of the order in Jafari Williams. He's struck out twice today. Runner still at the corners, 5-3 Bulldogs lead. First pitch swung on and missed.
So it just started doing that.
The 1-0 pitch. Check swing by Williams. They said he went around, so the count will be 0-2 as Hernandez heads down to second base. Runners on second and third. Ferris leads 5-3. Can Williams extend the lead? No, he cannot. His third strikeout of the day ends the fourth inning, but Ferris still tacks on one. One run as they lead 5-3. We head to the 5th here at Cave Point. We'll be right back right after this.
What they did was they gave you success order. So it's the same body camera but with success order. So it's essentially like for camera. Yeah, success. What's that? I got that. So I got that.
It seems like every time you sit and bring themselves back in the ball game, they find a way to.
Yep. Yeah.
It's not. That's fuck up me. It's like
It's a memorial.
I that's actually right.
Hi.
No, I got that.
So what is saying? Oh, you graduated already, right?
Yeah.
What, are they going back to school or you don't know?
Half and half. Yeah.
So you got that for San Francisco?
Yeah.
This is your first job on the couch.
So it's here. Like I guarantee if I shoot this 300 times after the 300th time, it says stop.
They place that.
I tried the like real basketball.
We not at that about 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what I get for all of them.
They're already in the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bottom of the 6th. The Memorial's up 3-1.
Is this top of the fifth?
Yeah. Welcome back here to Cave Point. Top of the 5th inning. Ferris leads Union City 5-1. Ferris has scored their 5 runs. 5-3, excuse me. Ferris has scored their 5 runs in their last 2 innings. Can Union City respond? Ruiz still on the mound for the Bulldogs. He will face 2, 3, and 4 in this 5th inning. First pitch low for a ball. (1-0) home. Upstairs. Count 2-0. 2-0 pitch is roped behind shortstop. It'll be cut off by the center fielder Williams, and it's a leadoff single for Union City. That'll bring up Matt. He singled back in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. Union City had a response for Ferris's big bottom of the 3rd. Can they do it again after Ferris tacked on 1 in the 4th? Pickoff play to 1st. Jaya back in time. Jaya leads off 1st. Ruiz comes set. First pitch home. Ball upstairs. Ball gets behind the catcher. Jaya goes to 1st. He's going to make a big turnaround 2nd, and he'll stay right there. So Union City already with a runner in scoring position. Reset. And he throws back behind 2nd. Jaya back in time. The 1-0 home. Fouled back behind home plate. Count evens at 1-1. The 1-1 home. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Nice pitch there by Ruiz to sneak that in on the back door. Count now 1-2. Ruiz set, fires home. Ball lined through the hole. Left fielder cuts it off. Throw comes into third base, and that'll have runners at the corners, still with nobody out here in the fifth. Runners at first and third for the big left-handed swinging DeMoya, the third baseman. He's struck out looking twice today, as we'll have another mound visit here from the Bulldogs. More drama here in this fifth inning. Runners at first and third, nobody out. Ferris with a 5-3 lead over Union City, and the Soaring Eagles with their heart of the order coming up. Ruiz's first pitch, in there for a called strike. Pickoff play to first. Matt back in time. Ferris playing double play depth up the middle. Third baseman just about even with the bag. First baseman for call holds on the runner at first. Ruiz's pitch fouled back to the screen. Looks like the Bulldogs will be content giving up a run for 2 outs here. The pitch home, fouled back once again behind the screen. So we'll do it again at 0-2. Ruiz set, looks the runner back at first, and fires home. Breaking ball outside for a ball, count 1-2. The 1-2, swung on and missed. That's the third strikeout of the day from Demora. And now Ferris has a chance to potentially get out of this inning without giving up a run on a ground ball. Reynoso will now step into the batter's box. He's also struck out twice on the afternoon. Runners at first and third, 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Ruiz sets, fires, swing and a miss, strike one. Ruiz once again stares in for the sign, now comes set. Kicks and fires, runner goes from first, no throw down to second. So that takes a double play out of the equation as the pitch was a ball, so the count evens at 1-1. Matt steals second. As now we have a meeting with the hitting team. Ready to resume play. Count 1-1. Runners now at second and third. Ruiz fires, swung on and missed. Looked like it got Reynoso to chase that one at a ball at his eyes. Count goes to 1-2. Ruiz steps off. Now stares in for the sign once again. Comes set, fires, ball flared into right field. Going back is Estrada. It's over his head. That'll score two. Reynoso on his way to third. He's looking for three. He's in there, and we have a tie game at 5. A huge 2 RBI triple for Reynoso to tie things up at 5 here at Caven Point. The biggest hit of the ball game thus far goes to Union City. Reynoso down in the count 1-2. Had already struck out twice today. Able to sit back on a pitch, flare it to right field, right over the head of the right fielder Estrada, and then he turned on the Jets to get to third base with a chance to give Union City the lead here in the 5th. Kevin now steps into the batter's box. He's struck out and walked today. Ruiz steps off. Still one out here. Ferris going to play the infield in. That's why Ruiz stepped off. Ruiz set, and the pitch in there for a called strike. A 1 pitch, fouled back, behind the fans. Count 0-2.
Yeah. That's your best pitch.
0-2 count of Kevin. And the pitch fouled back once again behind the screen. We'll do it again. The 0-2 home, fouled once again, back to the screen. We'll do it again. Good battle here brewing between Ruiz and Kevin. 5-5 game, runner at third, one out here, top of the fifth. The 0-2 pitch home, swung on the ground, stopped there by Monroe, fires over to first for the out, keeps the runner held at third. Nice play there by the third baseman, and we have 2 outs here in the fifth. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Nin. Nin struck out back in the second, singled in the fourth. Can he give Union City the lead here with a base hit? The first pitch in there for a called strike, count 0-1. Ruiz steps off after Reynoso bluffed like he was stealing home.
I think I'm monetized my YouTube account after this. Should have 1,000 subscribers.
You're not gonna get me on that.
I can't.
Why not?
I'm not interested.
0-1 in there, breaking ball for a called strike, count 0-2. Oh and 2 on Nin. Can Ruiz get out of this? Breaking ball fouled off on a quarter of a swing from the designated hitter.
You know, he sent me an email. I forgot. And, you know, I think I just like sent him a man. I had Miguel.
The 0-2 pitch in there, called strike 3, and that'll do it for the top of the fifth. But not before Union City was able to tie things up at 5. A big 2-run triple by Reynoso got Union City even as we head to the home half of the fifth. Back here at Caven Point, tied at 5. First pitch to Fercal is grounded to second base. Reynoso there to make the play. Excuse me, Jaya there to make the play for the first out of the home half of the fifth.
Top of 6 now?
Bottom 5. First pitch into Estrada is a called strike from Gabe. Gabe did a good job getting out of that 4th inning for the Soaring Eagles. He now has a clean slate to work with, tied at 5. He steps off. In there for a called strike count as the ball got away from the catcher. Gabe set the delivery, breaking ball outside. Gabe set, fires, ball hit on the ground to third. Cross the diamond for the second out of this 5th inning. Gabe making quick work so far of the Bulldogs, trying to get Union City back into the dugout and the momentum on their side after plating 2 in the top half of the 5th. The winner of this game faces the winner of our second game today, starting at 5 o'clock, the St. Peter's Prep Marauders against the Dickinson Rams. First pitch in the dirt. They said Monroe did not swing, so the count 1-0. Gabe stares in the windup, sets and delivers. Breaking ball in there for a called strike, count evens up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fought off. Jaya fields at second, throws on to first, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th inning. We head to the 6th. Tied at 5 and a good one here in the first game of pool play of the Caven Point Regional between Ferris and Union City. Welcome back here to Caven Point. Top of the 6th inning, tied at 5 between Union City and Ferris. Bottom third of the order for Union City coming up. Devin loops one into right field. Right fielder Estrada coming on. He can't get it. It's a fair ball. He's looking for 2. Will he get there? Head first slide, and he does. It's a leadoff double for Devin. And Union City ready to strike again here in the 6th. We have a meeting on the mound and a meeting with the third base coach and the hitter. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a sacrifice bunt here. Runner on second, nobody out, tied at 5. Ruiz comes set. He steps off. No throw to second base. Ruiz now set again. This time he does throw to second base. Devin back very easily. First pitch, squares around, fouls it back to the screen. Count 0-1, Ruiz set. Devin leads off second. Fires back. Not in time, not even close. Count still 0-1. Devin leads off second. Breaking ball. Upstairs for a ball. One and one count. Looks to square again, and it's a ball. Count now 2-1. Ruiz set, fires, squares again. That would have been ball 3. Was near the eyes. Of Carlos, but he still squared around, so it's now 2-2. Count 2-2. Devin leads off second. Ruiz comes set. Kicks and fires. Ball upstairs. Count one's full. 3-2. Ruiz starts to pick up here at Caven Point on a picture-perfect Thursday afternoon for baseball. Game 2 coming up at 5 p.m. between St. Peter's and Dickinson, as we have a dead ball, I believe. It's either a dead ball, a foul ball, or a hit by pitch. Hopefully Carlos is okay regardless of what it was, as the umpires will confer and talk about if he went around. Athletic trainer coming out to check on Carlos. That athletic trainer took the temperature of each player and coach before coming out to practice. And I think they are going to award him first base, as the Ferris coach doesn't look too pleased. as it looks like Carlos is going to come out of this game. So you hope that he's okay. Coming in to run for him is Aaron, the center fielder. So it'll be Aaron at first, Devin at second, as the last hitter in the Union City order, Rodney, will come up to bat with nobody out and runners on first and second here in the sixth, excuse me. So you can either call that a hit by pitch or a walk. I would say hit by pitch after seeing that Carlos had to come out of the game. And we're ready for play once again. After the brief delay, Ruiz comes set. And fires home as a square to bunny, pops it up right to third base, but Monroe was not able to get there. Could have been a huge play for Ferris getting an out there as Union City tries to advance their runners with the top of the lineup lurking. Oh, 0-1 count, Ruiz comes set. Rodney tried to square again, but pulled back, ball right down the middle, count 0-2. Breaking ball, just low for a ball, count 1-2. Count 1-2. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Tied at 5 here in the top of the 6th in this first game of the Cave and Point Regional. Ruiz set. 1-2 home. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's a big first out of the inning for the Bulldogs. But now Union City turns over its lineup with its leadoff hitter, Randy, coming to bat. He walked in the first, grounded out to shortstop in the third, and struck out in the fourth. What does he have in store for us here in the 6th? Ruiz set, kicks, fires, grounded to third. This could be 2. They're just going to go to first for 1. High throw. Furcal was able to stay on the bag, so we have 2 outs. Runners advance to second and third here in the 6th. So Randy somewhat does his job by moving the runners up, but that'll bring up Jaya. Jaya's 2 for 3 on the day, a single in the first and the 5th, and a ground out to shortstop in the 3rd. Can Ruiz work into and out of trouble? 5-5 game here in the 6th. Ruiz comes set. The first pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Beauty of a curveball there by Ruiz, dropping it right in. Freezing Jaya. Ruiz kicks and fires upstairs for a ball count even at 1-1. Jaya singled off Ruiz in the 5th. If he does it again, it could score 2 as the 1-1 pitch is upstairs for a ball, count 2-1. And I think we're going to have an intentional walk here to Jaya. So that will bring up the shortstop, Matt, as it is, in fact, an intentional walk. Bases are now loaded, force at any base for Ferris. Matt is 2 for 2 on the day. He singled in the 1st, singled in the 5th, and walked in the 3rd. I don't think that was an intentional walk by Ferris to any disrespect to Matt. I think that was more of just getting a force at any base. Ruiz comes set. The first pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Talk about a pivotal moment in this game. Tied at 5, top of the 6th. The bases loaded, 2 outs. The number 3 hitter up for Union City. Counts 0-1 as Ruiz steps off. Ruiz set. And the pitch. Fouled right by home plate. Count now 0-2. Ruiz is 1 strike away from getting out of this unscathed. Ruiz set. And the pitch. In there, called strike 3. Ferris works into and out of trouble. Union City leaves the bases loaded. And Ferris is going to come to bat looking for the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Yep. Bottom 6. Here now. Yeah. Back here at Caven Point, Ferris looking to capitalize on the momentum they just gathered in the top half, leaving, or Ruiz striking out Matt with the bases loaded in the top half of the inning. First pitch to Villaviceno is a strike. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, a breaking ball, count 0-2. We can hope this is the first of things to come here in the Caven Point Regional. We can tell you that the Bayonne Bees scored 7 runs in the 7th inning to defeat Memorial, as that is a base hit to left field. A bullet off the bat of Chris Villaviceno to have the leadoff man on in the bottom of the 6th for Ferris. So Bayonne advances to the winner's bracket in the Lincoln Park Regional. The winner of the Lincoln Park Regional and the Caven Point Regional will play on Thursday for the chance to advance to the knockout round starting next week. Next game at the Lincoln Park Regional is Hudson Catholic and Newark. That's at 1 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock here we have St. Peter's Prep and Dickinson. They will play the winner of the game we have here as pickoff of Plymouth to first, but Villa Viceno is back in time. Third base coach wants a word with D'Angelo Ponce. Who will advance to the winner's bracket here in the Caven Point Regional? Will it be Ferris or will it be Union City? Gabe comes set. Union City playing for the bunt. Nobody squared around. They try to throw the behind the runner. The catcher throws it into right field. Villa Viceno on his way to second. He makes a big turn, but he's going to stop right there. An unforced error from Union City. Carlos throws the ball into right field. They tried to throw behind Villa Viceno. He's now in scoring position with nobody out. You can put that down as an E2. Villa Viceno leads off second. Gabe comes set, delivers, in there for a called strike. Pitch, fouled off, back behind home plate. 2 strikes now on Ponce. Gabe set. The delivery. Breaking ball in there called strike 3. Big first out of the inning for Union City. That'll bring up Jaden Garcia. Garcia yet to reach base. Struck out in the second. Flew out to second in the fourth. Surprised Ponce didn't lay down a bunt after Villa Viceno got to second. First pitch to Garcia is high for a ball, count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch home, outside for a ball, count 2-0. Two-0 pitch, in there for a called strike. Count 2-1. Two-one pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count now even at 2-2. What a pitch from Gabe on that one. Can Gabe battle back? The 2-2 home swung on and missed for a strike. Back-to-back strikeouts from Union City, and Gabe's 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Ruiz now up for Ferris. First pitch upstairs for a ball. One-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside, count 2-0. We're tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Ferris with a runner on second, 2 outs. Count 2-0 on Ruiz. And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right field. Right at the right fielder, Randy. He leaps and he makes the play. Coaches probably held their breath on that one, took a step in instead of going back first, but it didn't cost them as we head to the 7th inning, tied at 5.
So there's no extra innings?
No, there are.
Fans are out. Football game mediocre.
Pitching change here. Now on the mound for Ferris is Garcia, as Jacob Ruiz will head back to second base. So they just flip-flop there. Jaden Garcia trying to throw a scoreless 7th inning to see if the Bulldogs can walk it off in the home half. Won't be easy, though. He'll be facing 4, 5, and 6 in the Union City lineup. So Garcia now on the mound for Ferris. Demoya stepping in, the big left-handed hitter for Union City. First pitch, breaking ball, low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch home. Low again for a ball. Count 2-0. Two and 0, grounded, foul, just outside first base. 2-1 count to Demoya. Pitch from Garcia inside for a ball. Count now 3-1. Seventh inning is always the most stressful on the mound. The 3-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. Count now full at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Downstairs for a ball, so the go-ahead run is on base for Union City. Looks like we are going to have a pinch runner for Demoya at first base. He comes off. And coming on, we look for a number on the hitter. Excuse me, on the runner. Looks like it'll be number 4, Yokinelli. So in steps Reynoso, who hit that big 2-run triple back in the 5th to tie things up at 5. Can he come through again? First pitch Garcia throws to him is a breaking ball upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Counts 1-0 on Reynoso. Throws back to first. Runner back in time. One and 0 count to Reynoso. Runner goes from first. Squares a beautiful bunt. Might be a base hit, and it will be. They throw behind the runner, and he dives back in time. What a play all around. Great awareness by Fercal to try to throw around behind Yokinelli at second. Yokinelli's able to just dive back in time. Reynoso gets an infield single on the play, and Union City's in business. Runners on first and second with nobody out here in the 7th. In steps Kevin. Kevin struck out back in the 1st, walked in the 4th, and grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. Corners playing in for Ferris. Middle infielders playing back. Outfield fairly shallow, especially in center. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Count 0-1. Gonzalez wants a word with his pitcher Garcia, as now Union City's going to have a word with their batter. Oh and 1 count to Kevin. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. And the pitch. Breaking ball in there, called strike, count 0-2. Oh and 2 count on Kevin. And the pitch. Downstairs for a ball. Good block by the catcher Gonzalez. 1-2 count. Garcia set. Stares the runner back at second. Looked like a pickoff play was on. Kevin was swinging anyway, but he fouled it off back behind the first base dugout out of play. One-two count. Garcia fires home. Breaking ball hit in the air. Infield fly. Shortstop catches it. Runners go back. And we have one out. Ground ball could now get Ferris out of it. As the designated hitter Nin steps into the box. He struck out in the second and the fifth, singled in the fourth. Tied at 5. Runners on first and second, one out here in the top of the 7th. Garcia steps off, looks the runner back. Garcia set. First pitch home, and he hits the batter. Throws a breaking ball that didn't break, hitting in, and now the bases are loaded with Soaring Eagles. That'll bring up Devin. Devin's had a nice afternoon for himself. Struck out back in the second, singled in the fourth, doubled in the sixth. Ferris is going to play this in at the corners, double play depth up the middle. Outfielders very shallow. First pitch outside for a ball, count 1-0. One-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside again, count now 2-0. Tense moments here at Caven Point. The 2-0 pitch from Garcia. Hit in the air to center field. Everyone collapsing in on it. The second baseman, Ruiz, will be there to make the play, and he'll hold all the runners where they are. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Can Ferris work out of yet another jam today? Everyone playing normal depth. Garcia comes set. And the pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to short. Shortstop Fields fires to first, and he drew him off the bag. The throw drew the first baseman for Kyle off the bag. Union City leads 6-5. Union City takes their second lead of the day. They led back when it was 1-0 in the third, but it's been all Ferris since. Can they add to it now? First pitch outside for a ball. Rodney, the last batter in the Union City lineup. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Swung back up the middle, but right there to glove it and step on second is Ruiz. So the throwing error gives Union City a 6-5 lead. Ferris needs one to answer in the bottom of the seventh. Do they have a rally in their bones? Find out. Coming up next. We're back here at Caven Point. Ferris trails by a run. They trail Union City 6-5. They have the bottom third of their order coming up. We'll start it off with Chris Gonzalez. He grounded out to shortstop in the third, walked in the fourth. First pitch he sees is low. Check swing did not go, so the count will be 1-0. The winner of this game advances to the winner's bracket of pool play. Gonzalez tries to square, pulls back, ball low, 2-0. The winner of this game will face the winner of St. Peter's Prep and Dickinson, which starts at 5 o'clock this evening. And then the winner of that game advances to the winner of the Lincoln Park Regional. 3-0 now. Gabe has been such a force on the mound since entering from the bullpen midway through this game. Can he find 3 more outs in him? – 3-0 pitch outside, and Ferris has the tying run aboard. Amparo on first. Going to have a meeting on the mound and a meeting with the coaches along the third base line. I'd imagine a bunt could be coming here if you're Ferris. Meeting on the mounds are over.
Still walk off home run. That'd be the perfect ending of the day.
And we're ready to resume. Runner on first, nobody out. Union City with a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the seventh. Union City expecting bunt. They square. They try to throw behind the runner, and they can't get it. The bunt attempt was failed, so it was a strike, so the count's 0-1. 0-1's the count. Union City still expecting bunt, and he still can't get it down. Count now 0-2. Justin Hernandez not able to get his first 2 bunt attempts down. Now he's got to be swinging. The 0-2 pitch swung on the ground, hit foul into the Union City dugout. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Inside, he's able to fight it off and once again hit it just into about the same spot in the Union City dugout. Home plate umpire now runs from behind the mound to home plate to dust off the plate. Once again, if you're just joining us, we thank you for watching our first game of our doubleheader today on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon here at Caven Point in Jersey City, New Jersey. Because of social distancing, there is no home plate umpire. The home plate umpire stands behind the mound. The 0-2 pitch, fouled off again. Justin Hernandez hanging tough against the big right-hander Gabe from Union City. Ferris looking to keep their hopes alive of being the last team standing in the last dance. Any loss would eliminate you from winning this championship. 0-2 pitch again, hit foul back. Out of play, just out of play. So we'll do it again at 0-2. Can Hernandez hang in there with Gabe? The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball low in the dirt, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the first out of this bottom of the 7th, but it'll bring up the top of the order for Ferris. Jafari Williams looking to avoid the golden sombrero. He already has 3 strikeouts on the afternoon. Williams could come through big for his team here. First pitch, breaking ball outside. Looked like Amparo on first was trying to get a head start there. Good block by the catcher, Carlos. 1-0 count. Gabe steps off. Set to resume. 1-0 count. There goes the runner off first. Throw down to second is not in time. A stolen base for Amparo, and Ferris has a runner in scoring position with 1 out and a 2-0 count on their leadoff hitter. Two-0 pitch outside. Count now 3-0. The 3-0 pitch outside. That's ball 4. Now the winning run is on first base. Denny Furcal now up. He walked, reached on an E8 and grounded out to second today. He's got the tying run on second, the winning run on first. First pitch he seizes the ball. Gabe set for the 1-0. Just upstairs, count now 2-0. Gabe's lost the strike zone. 4-pitch walk to Williams, now 2-0 on Furcal. In there for a called strike, just caught the top of the strike zone, count now 2-1. One home. Swung on, hit back up the middle. This could be two. There's one. Safe at first. And Ferris keeps their hopes alive of at least tying this game. Union City thought it was a double play. Great hustle down the line by Furcal. Runners at the corners. Here comes Robert Estrada. He fouled out to first in the first, singled in the third, grounded out to third in the fifth. Looks like we have a stoppage here. But we're ready for play once again. Huge gap down the right field line. Union City outfield swung way towards left field. Runner goes from first. Pitch in the dirt. Good block there. The go-ahead runs on second base. A single could win it here for Ferris. One-0 count on Estrada. The 1-0. Breaking ball in there, called strike, count even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Low, gets away from the catcher, but will hold at second and third. Count now 2-1. On deck, Marcus Monroe. He started this game on the mound for Ferris. Two and 1 count on Robert Estrada. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Pressure pitches here for Gabe in Union City. He comes set for the 3-1. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And here comes Marcus Monroe, the cleanup hitter. Estrada means absolutely nothing on first base. Tying run on third, winning run on second. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Union City with a 6-5 lead. The winner advances to the winner's bracket of pool play. The first pitch. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Gabe switching back to the windup here with the bases loaded. And the pitch. 2-0 now on Marcus Monroe. Gabe has lost the strike zone here in the 7th. Pitch. Hits the outside corner for a strike, count now 2-1. Gabe working quickly. In there for a called strike again. Count evens at 2-2. Ferris is down to their final strike of the game. Gabe set, now steps off.